Hello everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Dear Zander Mander. In this episode, all the questions come from title holders from throughout the pageantry system. The art of female impersonation at its finest. Well, fame is fleeting, so I wouldn't choose that. I would choose love, but I really would like that love to be in a relationship. So that would be my choice of those. Love through a relationship. The first one I would choose would be diamonds. Hello? The second one I would choose would be a rock that you picked up in the forest and then skipped joyfully across the lake, because not only did you pick it up from the earth, you returned it to the earth. Now the third rock, I'd be a pet rock. Why? Because a pet rock is something that you would take care of and that you would pet and love all day and all night. As I've said in past episodes, music inspires me the most, but it's also performers and entertainers like you who are out there representing themselves to their best. That inspires me as well. So, music and fellow personalities, entertainers, and performers. What is the average size of the male penis? Well, I'll tell you this, it's bigger than the female penis, that's for sure. But seriously, dear, the average size of the male penis is 2 inches. So if you find one that is longer than 2 inches, you hop on that roller coaster and you ride that ride as long as you can, lucky girl. Do I think the pageant girls get a bad rap? Yes and no, but I think it's 2 sides of the same coin. There are so many different portions or fractions to the art of female impersonation and drag that some people just see their way of doing it as the only way of doing it. You know, comedy queens see that comedy and camp is the only way of doing it. Pageant queens see that theirs is the only way of doing it. But not all pageant queens are like this, not all drag queens are like this, not all impersonators are like this. There's just a select few. But that's the same way as it is in the whole world. People see their religion as the only religion. People see their way of raising children as the only way of raising children. Is it right? No. It's just unfortunate that some people don't respect other people's ways or roads that they have traveled in their art form. Do you know what I say? Fuck them. I know a lot of queens that do not just the pageant system, but also the bar circuit. So those are the ones that are the great ones. They're the great entertainers, because not only are they open in their art form, but they're open-minded too to accept all types of the art form. And the ones that can't do that, they're not going to last. They're not going to go very far. I hope that answered your question. Jeez, after that one, I need a drink. Dear, I don't think that that you are allowing your friends to bash this. I think what's happening is you're allowing your friends to support you, even when you know you might not have done your best. Let me explain what I'm trying to say here. Your friends are there to support you. They're the ones in the audience going, yay, yay, yay. And when you don't win, they're the ones that are outside and after the pageant is over going, she got robbed. She should have had talent. Her gown was the best. Those are the people that love and adore you. They're the ones that support you. They're the ones that believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. So it's not so much that they're bashing the pageant as a bad thing. What they're doing is they're showing their ultimate support for you by saying they were wrong, you were great. And it's a good thing to have that kind of support system out there. You're very lucky to have those people. Not a lot of queens do. So I hope that answered the question. I think it did. You're gorgeous. You know it. I support you. And I know there's a lot of others out there who do too. You take care. I'll see you soon. There's only one person that I'd like to have dinner with, and that would be Julia Child. Hello? The reason why is because I'd have the best dinner I ever had in my entire life. And come on, bon appetit! Oh, and that dinner would be laid out atop Dolph Lundgren. Damn straight. Best damn dinner, best damn table setting I've ever had. And by the way, everybody, in case you missed it, Candace had a role on the new #1 show, Elementary. She has asked me to ask you to email and write in and tell them you want to see more of her on that show. I, for one, would love to see her more on that show because I love the show. So, help Candace out. Or as they say, help a girl out, okay? Write in. Well, my dear, you and a lot of others out there know me. You see me in the clubs, you see me on stage, you see me in magazines, blah, 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 blah. But one of the things that a lot of people don't know about me is when I'm not in the clubs or on a stage, I'm at home taking care of someone who is very ill. I do that around the clock, and I think that's pretty important. I think a queen needs to know before she even goes for a title, before she even accepts that crown, that she's going to be representing that crown and that title for the next year. And not only just the next year, but for the rest of her life. So I think she needs to have the stamina and the respect. The stamina to make it through that year, and the respect of that crown and that title. Otherwise, she's not going to hold that title correctly. She's not going to hold it respectively, and she's not going to hold it lovingly, which is how it should be done. My favorite category out of the competitions in the pageantry system is the question and answer. The reason for that is the gown. You know what gown you're going to be wearing. You know what swimsuit you're going to be wearing. You know what you're going to be doing for talent. You're going to know all of these ahead of time. But the one portion of that competition that you don't know is that question and answer. That's when you have to act and think on your feet in the immediate moment. To me, it's the most difficult part of the competition because everything else you know in advance. This is the one time that you don't know. And it can be scary up there because some of these questions are extremely difficult. So that's my favorite portion. It's the one portion of the competition where you are going to be representing yourself at your most vulnerable because you have no idea what's coming at you. So that's my favorite. That's my favorite because it's the hardest, it's the truest, and it's the most honest out of all of them. Guess what time it is, everybody? It's special guest question time! Do you remember how I was explaining that my favorite category was the question and answer portion of the competition? His name is Dan Meniscus, and he's the man who has written the questions for the question and answer portion of the competition for the prestigious Continental Pageantry system for more than 25 years. Miss Continental, Miss Continental Elite, Miss Continental Plus, Mr. Continental. This is the man who writes all the questions that all these entertainers have dreaded answering. So I thought it was kind of apropos to have him ask the special guest question, seeing as how he's the man who writes all the questions for this pageantry system. Well, this adventure that I call life, I've looked back and I've learned that there are many things that I regret. But that's not the most important thing that I've learned. What I've learned is to forgive myself for the things that I have regretted about my past and about my life. So that way I'm able to move forward through love, through happiness, and not have to live with regret anymore. Well, Rosemary, dear, I sent this question out to a bunch of the title holders and asked them this question for you. And the response that I was getting from them was, it's not a good thing at all. This is something that these entertainers take very, very seriously. And for the ones who don't, I feel real sorry for them. These girls don't like it. They want this thing taken seriously because it's something that they take very seriously. So that's the basic feedback I'm getting from all of them. We take it seriously, and we do not appreciate the ones who don't take it seriously. I want to thank everybody who sent in their questions. You're all beautiful, you're all gorgeous, you keep going out there and you keep taking those crowns, ladies. I will see you all soon. Thank you to Dan for sending in his special guest question this week. I knew it was going to be a toughie and personal. Thank you all again for joining me this week. You do me a favor. This week you have fun and you get home safe. I'll see you soon. You take care and good night.